If you are tuned in at this moment, I wish to address you personally. Perhaps you've been struggling with persistent discomfort in your knees, back, or joints. Perhaps you've been dealing with persistent inflammation or that stubborn chest congestion that seems to linger endlessly. Or perhaps, like many others, you're just weary of grasping for yet another bottle of pills and contemplating if there's a softer, more organic approach to feeling better. Today, I wish to convey something straightforward. This is a solution that has stood the test of time, cherished through the ages. It consists of just two components that you likely have on hand in your kitchen: castor oil and garlic. This isn't a quick fix, but based on my own journey and the experiences of many, I can assure you that it is effective. In just 7 days, you might discover a transformation in how your body feels. Perhaps it's also tied to your perspective on growing older. This goes beyond merely alleviating discomfort. It's about restoring harmony within your body. It's about rising with reduced stiffness, inhaling with greater ease, moving with increased freedom, and above all, experiencing a renewed sense of comfort and control. If that resonates with you, continue on this journey with me. In just a few moments, I will reveal how to utilize this blend, its potential benefits, and why it could very well be the ultimate hidden gem in the realm of natural healing. Let us commence. The remarkable potency of castor oil. Let us commence with castor oil. For those unfamiliar, it may appear as a viscous golden substance contained within a bottle. However, do not be deceived by its unassuming exterior. Castor oil stands out as an incredibly potent natural remedy for healing that has been recognized throughout history. What truly sets it apart is this: it penetrates more profoundly than any other oil. When castor oil is applied to the skin, it actively engages rather than remaining inert. It permeates deeply. It penetrates the deeper layers of your tissue, precisely where the pain and inflammation reside. Once it settles in, it starts to soften, dismantling what's unnecessary and aiding your body in letting go of what it no longer requires. For centuries, castor oil has been utilized to address issues such as swelling, pain, constipation, skin ailments, and scar tissue. However, I wish to convey this to you. It's more than merely the effects of castor oil. That's the sensation when it begins to take effect. The gradual embrace, the soft release. It feels as if your body expresses gratitude, acknowledging that it truly required that experience. I've applied it to my wrists, my knees, and my lower back. With each instance, a touch of patience and consistency brought me a sense of relief. Not only in the present, but also throughout the passage of time. Reduced discomfort, diminished stress, improved rest. Moreover, it offers a sense of security, is derived from nature, and is user-friendly. Free from side effects, no need for prescriptions. Merely an element that your body acknowledges and embraces. As I mentioned earlier, the potency of castor oil is significantly enhanced when paired with a well-known ingredient, garlic. And that's the moment when this narrative truly begins to soar. And 2 cloves of garlic. The antibiotic of nature. Let us delve into the subject of garlic. Many of us are aware that garlic is an ingredient we use in our cooking. It enhances taste, it has an enchanting aroma, and for countless individuals, it's an essential in the kitchen. Garlic transcends mere sustenance. It stands as one of the most potent natural antibiotics you could ever discover. Recent studies indicate that garlic may be as much as 6 times more potent than several widely prescribed antibiotics. 6 times. That transcends mere legend. That's the realm of science aligning with the wisdom that traditional healers have possessed for centuries. Garlic stands out for its remarkable capacity to combat bacteria, viruses, and various forms of inflammation. It aids in purging the body from within. It bolsters your immune system. It alleviates inflammation. It swiftly enters the bloodstream when applied to the skin or consumed appropriately with food. However, it extends beyond mere science. I have witnessed the outcomes firsthand. A friend of mine endured persistent sinus infections year after year. She began applying garlic in a straightforward compress, and in just a few days, her breathing improved significantly. A friend of mine tried garlic oil for her chest congestion and mentioned that it was the first time in months she could sleep peacefully without coughing. Perhaps you're considering the idea that garlic might be too much for you to manage. It's excessively intense. That's perfectly fine. There's no need to chew on raw cloves. It can be delicately grated into a warm soup. Combine it with a touch of olive oil and generously apply it to your toast. Alternatively, as I will demonstrate soon, you can apply it directly to the skin mixed with castor oil for effective results without any discomfort. Garlic has an innate sense of direction within the body. It appears to identify the issue and take action. When combined with castor oil, a remarkable transformation occurs. Just two basic components. A singular, potent instrument for healing. In just a moment, I will demonstrate precisely how to combine the two and utilize them safely and effectively in your everyday life. 3. The process of creating and utilizing the mixture. Having explored the individual benefits of castor oil and garlic, let's delve into how to combine these two ingredients into a straightforward yet potent healing remedy. There's no need for anything extravagant. Indeed, all that you require is likely already within your abode. Here's the process to create it. Begin with a fresh, gentle cotton cloth. A thin washcloth, squares cut from an old t-shirt, or flannel, if available, can be utilized. This fabric will serve as your compress. Consider it the vessel that secures the restorative elements as your body takes them in. Then, lay that cloth over a sheet of plastic wrap or parchment paper. This prevents the oil from seeping into your garments or bedding. Now, gather your castor oil. There's no requirement for excess. Approximately 1 teaspoon, perhaps even slightly less. Carefully drizzle it onto the middle of the fabric. Castor oil has a dense consistency, causing it to initially rest like a small bubble. That's precisely what you desire. Next, grab a fresh clove of garlic and grate it finely. A small kitchen grater or a garlic press can be utilized. A modest quantity will suffice, roughly half a clove or whatever feels right for you. Gently blend it into the castor oil on the cloth. Allow it to rest for a moment and start to take it in. When your compress is prepared, apply it directly to the targeted area for treatment. It could be a painful knee, a rigid wrist, discomfort in your lower back, or even tightness in your chest if you're experiencing congestion. Ensure the oil side is in contact with your skin, then delicately secure the area with a towel, bandage, or soft fabric to maintain everything in position. Allow it to sit for a minimum of 1 hour. It's possible to wear it overnight during your sleep, provided you safeguard your bedding with a towel or an additional layer of clothing. The extended duration enhances its effectiveness. For an enhanced effect, consider placing a heating pad or hot water bottle atop the compress. The gentle heat will enhance the absorption of the castor oil, allowing the healing properties of the garlic to be fully activated. Once you've finished, simply fold the cloth and place it in a plastic bag for storage. The same cloth can be utilized for multiple days. Simply incorporate a few drops of fresh castor oil along with a touch of garlic each time. That's all there is to it. Nothing artificial, no medical orders, just a thoughtfully crafted natural mix that offers genuine comfort. Allow me to share the experience I had after using this for a mere 7 days. 4. My narrative. What transpired after a week? Allow me to share my experience after using the castor oil and garlic blend for a mere 7 days. I wasn't anticipating a miracle. I had my doubts about whether it would actually succeed. Throughout the years, I've explored countless avenues. Ointments, supplements, stretching routines, and pain relievers that made me feel drowsy. Much like others, I've come to accept a degree of unease in my life. I reassured myself, this is simply the way things unfold as the years go by. Yet, a part of me continued to hold on to hope, wishing for an improvement. Something straightforward. Something that bypassed another prescription or a waiting room. I decided to experiment with this blend. Only castor oil and garlic. On that initial evening, I dabbed it onto my wrist. A concern that has weighed on my mind for years. The sort of discomfort that jolts you awake as you attempt to shift positions. At times, it may be understated, yet it gradually takes its toll. With each passing night, the sensation lingers. Each passing day constrains your possibilities. Even the little actions, such as pouring a kettle or fastening a shirt button. I adhered to the steps I previously outlined for you. I employed a gentle fabric. I incorporated a pinch of freshly grated garlic along with a teaspoon of castor oil. I carefully enveloped it and took a moment to relax. On that initial night, I observed a subtle detail. The discomfort lingered, yet the region exuded a sense of tranquility and warmth. It felt as if the pressure was gradually lifting. I experienced a slight improvement in my sleep, and upon waking, I noticed a reduction in stiffness. By the third night, I noticed my wrist moving with greater ease. The inflammation seemed to be gradually dissipating. I could twist doorknobs without flinching. There was no need for me to shake out my hand in the morning to get it functioning. At last, the 7th day arrived. I recall the moment I awoke, a peculiar realization washing over me. I had slumbered peacefully through the night. No more waking up in agony, no need to readjust the bandage. That morning, I removed it, glanced at my wrist, and smiled. The inflammation had subsided. The persistent discomfort had vanished. It was as if I had rewound time by 5 years. Not due to a miraculous remedy, but because a natural, gentle approach had at last addressed the core of the issue. I persevered. I applied the same compress to my knees, a spot that once pulsed with discomfort whenever the weather shifted. Once more, after roughly a week, the change was evident. I found myself rising from chairs with greater ease. I ventured further. I experienced a deeper connection to my true self. In the most favorable aspect, there are no side effects, no stomach discomfort, and no feelings of dizziness. A simple, soothing ritual that I could embrace in the comfort of my own space with familiar ingredients I relied on. I began sharing with my friends. A retired teacher named Louise started applying the blend to her lower back. For 3 decades, she endured intermittent pain from her days in the classroom, where she spent countless hours on unforgiving floors. Just a fortnight later, she reached out to me, her voice trembling with emotion. She remarked, "I lost touch with the sensation of moving freely, without the need to protect each step." A different acquaintance, a retired postal employee in his 70s, applied the mixture to an old ankle injury. He mentioned that after 10 days, he began to walk greater distances than he had in years. Unencumbered, steady, and fearless. I'm not here to guarantee a solution for every problem. This isn't what it appears to be. However, I want to convey that your body retains its remarkable capacity for healing. Your body remains attentive, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. When you provide it with something pure, something secure, something enriching, it reacts positively. This blend serves as a subtle yet impactful instrument. It simply requires your patience, consistency, and care. If you've been enduring discomfort and feeling as though your best days are behind you, I urge you to listen. It is not too late. You are not past your prime. Your opportunity is still within reach. It is your prerogative to experience wellness, to embody strength, and to rediscover comfort within your own skin. Perhaps, just perhaps, this straightforward combination of castor oil and garlic could mark the start of that journey. 5 prevalent health concerns. This combination assists with. Let's discuss the practical concerns that this blend of castor oil and garlic can address. For years, I have delved into the world of natural health solutions, engaging with individuals who seek gentle, effective methods that can be easily implemented at home. This is what I have come to understand. The blend of castor oil and garlic is much more adaptable than many tend to think. Let's start with a prevalent issue, arthritis. Arthritis is a condition that gradually undermines your sense of autonomy. No matter if it's affecting your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders, it can turn even the most basic tasks into daunting challenges. Fastening laces, twisting off lids, and grasping a novel. The rigidity, the inflammation, the persistent throb that ebbs and flows. It takes a toll on you. This combination shines wonderfully in this context. Castor oil possesses inherent anti-inflammatory properties. It penetrates beyond the surface of the skin. It penetrates profoundly into the tissue where that inflammation resides. Garlic, known for its potent antibacterial and anti-inflammatory qualities, aids in soothing the immune system's excessive response. In harmony, they ease the joints, enhance circulation, and gradually diminish stiffness. I am acquainted with an individual in her late 70s who has been applying this remedy to her knuckles. She believed she would have to abandon knitting after 6 decades. After only a fortnight of consistent use, she reached out to share, "I'm back to crafting scarves for the grandkids." Now, let's delve into the topic of bone spurs. Bone spurs develop as the body's response to safeguard itself, creating additional bone in reaction to prolonged stress or inflammation. There was a time when a small spur on my heel turned each step into a challenge, particularly during the early hours of the day. Upon starting to use the blend consistently, I was struck by how it gently softened the tissue in that area. In just a matter of weeks, the discomfort started to diminish. A podiatrist noted that the inflammation had significantly decreased. Keep this in mind. The duration of the bone spur's presence directly correlates with the time required for its breakdown. However, maintain your consistency. If it has been present for 3 months, it could require 3 weeks. If it has been present for 3 years, allow it 3 months. Recovery is a gradual process, yet it is achievable. Next, we will delve into respiratory issues such as bronchitis, asthma, and chest congestion. This is the moment when the fusion truly dazzles. Garlic is recognized for its ability to break down mucus and alleviate chest tightness. When combined with castor oil and applied to the chest area, the warmth and deep penetration work to alleviate that congestion. A woman I conversed with applied it to her chest while battling a severe winter cold. She mentioned that within hours, she could sense her breathing beginning to improve. Following several nights of use, her cough had disappeared. For sinus concerns such as persistent infections or pressure headaches, a smaller compress can be applied directly to your sinuses or forehead. Be cautious not to come too near the eyes or nostrils. The synergy of castor oil's penetrating properties and garlic's potent infection-fighting abilities can effectively diminish swelling and gently alleviate nasal obstructions. Let's delve into the topic of digestive issues, which tend to become increasingly prevalent as we grow older. The pace begins to ease. Increased occurrences of bloating, constipation, and overall discomfort are noted. Castor oil has a rich history of aiding bowel movement. Rather than ingesting it, which may cause discomfort for some, consider applying the blend directly to your abdomen for relief. I've come across accounts from individuals who tried it for persistent constipation, and within days, they experienced a more seamless, regular, and significantly more comfortable digestion. A retired nurse once shared with me, "I used to dread eating because I knew what would follow. I sense a renewed vitality within my body." What about another impactful application? Fibroids and cysts, particularly in females. I encountered a young woman who had a 3-inch fibroid in her uterus. For nearly 5 months, she diligently placed the compress on her lower abdomen each night. With the addition of natural hormone support, her fibroid reduced in size by over 50%. Equally significant, she was free from pain at last. Her cycle became regular. Her vitality returned. She managed to steer clear of surgery. We must remember skin issues such as eczema and psoriasis. Both may lead to redness, itching, flaking, and irritation. The combination of castor oil and garlic, when applied delicately to these regions, may alleviate inflammation, calm itching, and promote skin regeneration. Exercise caution regarding the amount of garlic applied to delicate skin. A small amount can have a significant impact. Then there are the more sensitive matters, such as hemorrhoids. Indeed, it may seem unconventional, yet this mixture, solidified into a compact form and applied with precision, can provide swift relief. Castor oil alleviates inflammation and aids in the healing of tissues. Garlic soothes infection and alleviates irritation. The chill provides instant solace. United, they form an unstoppable force. Several individuals have noted a sense of relief from gallstones and liver congestion by applying the compress to the upper right side of their abdomen. Located just beneath the rib cage, you'll find the liver and gallbladder nestled together. Consistent use of the blend could assist in breaking down buildup and enhancing liver function, particularly when paired with adequate hydration and a nutritious diet. This approach can also provide advantages for kidney stones and overall kidney health. Consistency and placement are crucial elements. Apply the compress to the lower back, where the kidneys are situated, and allow it to take effect. There's no need to endure in silence. Embrace the idea that discomfort doesn't have to define your everyday life. By utilizing only 2 natural ingredients and dedicating a bit of effort, you can nurture your body in a gentle and effective manner. While you might not notice a change immediately, with each passing day and night, your body gradually starts to adapt. The swelling diminishes. The rigidity relaxes. The ache starts to diminish. And the most exciting aspect is that you're addressing the root causes, not just masking the symptoms. You are nurturing your body's healing from the core. Next, I will discuss how to use this blend safely and highlight a few key points you should be aware of before getting started. Guidelines for ensuring safety and effective practices. Before you start incorporating this blend into your routine, let's take a moment to review the safety guidelines and optimal practices. My aim is for you to experience a sense of assurance, ease, and full readiness as you embark on this journey for yourself or someone dear to you. To begin with, let's focus on the positive aspects. This solution is mild, organic, and generally accepted by the majority. However, as with anything we use on the body, there are several key considerations to remember. Let's begin with the fundamentals. First and foremost, avoid applying raw garlic directly onto your skin. Garlic possesses remarkable strength. When it's unrefined and potent, it can irritate the skin, particularly in delicate regions. For that reason, we consistently blend it with castor oil and apply it to a cloth, avoiding direct application on the skin. When preparing the compress, incorporate only a modest quantity of freshly grated garlic. Consider it akin to adding a pinch of spice, just the right amount. A small amount can make a significant impact. For those with particularly sensitive skin or when applying the mixture to delicate areas such as the chest, neck, or inner thighs, consider allowing the grated garlic to infuse in the castor oil for a few minutes before straining it out and applying the oil. This approach allows you to enjoy the advantages while minimizing the chance of irritation. Secondly, it's essential to always employ a barrier. Regardless of whether you choose a lightweight cotton, cozy flannel, or neatly folded gauze, always apply the blend to the fabric first, avoiding direct contact with your skin. This holds particular significance if you intend to keep it running throughout the night. A gradual, measured absorption is preferable, avoiding an overwhelming influx at once. Thirdly, ensure you test it beforehand. For those new to using castor oil or garlic on the skin, it's advisable to conduct a small patch test first. Place the prepared compress on the inner part of your forearm and allow it to rest there for 15 to 20 minutes. Be attentive to any signs of redness, itching, or discomfort. If everything appears satisfactory, you can probably proceed with confidence. Fourthly, refrain from consuming castor oil unless advised by a healthcare professional. Castor oil has been utilized internally for alleviating constipation. However, it may be tough on the digestive system, potentially leading to cramping or dehydration. For our needs, we are applying it solely to the skin externally. Fifth, safeguard your garments and linens. Castor oil possesses a notably thick and adhesive consistency. It proves to be quite stubborn to remove. Before you settle in with your compress, ensure that the area is protected with an old towel or a layer of plastic wrap. Some individuals don an old t-shirt or pajamas that they save exclusively for their cozy nights in. Number 6. Ensure you reuse your compress with care. Once you're done using it, simply fold the compress cloth and tuck it away in a small zip-top bag, keeping it in the refrigerator or a cool, dark spot. Simply incorporate a touch more fresh castor oil prior to each application. Once a week has passed, or if the cloth begins to feel rigid or shows signs of discoloration, it's time to create a fresh one. 7th, pay attention to what your body is telling you. Should you observe any skin irritation, digestive issues, or discomfort after initiating this routine, take a moment to pause and evaluate. It's perfectly fine that not everyone reacts in the same manner. Begin at a leisurely pace, savor each moment, and make changes as necessary. And point number 8, utilize heat with care. Placing a heating pad or hot water bottle atop your compress can enhance the oil's absorption, but exercise caution. Ensure the temperature is pleasant, avoiding excessive heat. You seek a soft embrace, not a searing flame. Let's discuss the frequency of using this remedy. For the majority, using the blend just once daily suffices. I often suggest beginning with 5 nights a week, particularly if you're addressing joint pain, inflammation, or digestive concerns. If you're noticing progress and wish to keep going, you may consider using it every night. Feel free to wear the compress throughout the day if that suits your preference. Ensure that it is secure and will not seep through your attire. Certain individuals prefer to don it for a couple of hours during the afternoon, often while relaxing or engrossed in a book. Some individuals favor using it overnight, particularly for more intense joint discomfort or ongoing inflammation. With consistent application, the outcomes accumulate progressively. This requires more than just a simple solution. It's a soft, consistent transformation in your body's capacity to recover. I urge individuals to dedicate themselves for a minimum of 7 days. Reevaluate the situation. If you're experiencing enhancements, improved rest, smoother mobility, and decreased swelling, continue on your path. Lastly, it's essential to seek advice from your healthcare provider if you are undergoing treatment for any medical issue. This combination is designed to enhance your well-being, not to substitute for essential medical attention. For numerous individuals, it transforms into an essential element of their daily habits, seamlessly integrating with the other measures they are already pursuing. And there it is. Easy and straightforward actions to embark on your journey with assurance. Next, we will delve into a more profound topic, the emotional aspects of healing. This solution transcends mere physical discomfort. It speaks to the essence of hope, the journey of reconnecting with oneself, and the enduring truth that healing remains attainable, regardless of age. I'd like to wrap up today with a personal touch. It's interesting how we frequently discuss healing as if it solely pertains to the physical realm, focusing on pain, symptoms, diagnoses, and medications. However, true healing delves much deeper than that. It's more than merely alleviating discomfort. It's about reclaiming what pain has stolen. Your liberation, your tranquility, your self-assurance, your happiness. This unique combination of castor oil and garlic has truly provided me and countless others with remarkable benefits. It's not sorcery. It doesn't happen in an instant. It certainly has its flaws. Yet, it represents a movement, a subtle, tender movement towards the sensation of well-being once more. As you embark on that initial journey, a transformation occurs within you. A sense of hope begins to stir within you once more. For the first time in ages, you begin to feel a glimmer of hope that your finest moments are still ahead of you. Your body remains vibrant, full of wisdom, and persistently striving, forever seeking to mend itself. Perhaps you've endured discomfort for a long time. Perhaps it's an innovation. Perhaps you've heard that this is simply the way things are now, and you've made an effort to come to terms with it. Yet there remains a part of you that continues to seek. Your journey isn't complete. And that's a matter of significance. Allow me to express this to you in no uncertain terms. There's still time. Age is just a number. You are not beyond repair. Your opportunity is still within reach. Comfort is what you truly deserve. Ease is what you truly deserve. It's time to embrace the comfort of being yourself once more. This video serves a purpose beyond merely demonstrating how to create a compress. I created this to remind you that healing is always within reach. It's remarkable how something as ordinary as a cloth, a bit of castor oil, and a clove of garlic can evoke a sense of comfort and tranquility that you believed had faded away. And what's truly enchanting about it? You are not alone in this journey. If you've reached this point, I encourage you to take a moment for yourself and for those who may be experiencing similar feelings. In the comments, please write, "I'm ready." Only those two straightforward words. It may seem insignificant, yet it carries a profound message. You refuse to surrender. You continue to embrace the journey of healing. You remain ready to embark on that initial journey.